Hi, my name is Ami Megani. I work for Progression Technologies. Welcome to our MySolidWorks series. Today is lesson 4, and we're going to talk about the training section. Training can be accessed from this button down here on the lower pane, or you can go up to the top toolbar and click on Training. So here we are looking at the complete catalog of all the training lessons that you could possibly access through MySolidWorks. So this is the complete catalog. But you may not be interested in all of these, so you can just go ahead and use the filter right here. And we talked about using the filter in a previous lesson. So I'm going to filter out just the sheet metal lessons. That's what I'm interested in. And I'm going to click on the close button. And now you can see that my sheet metal filter is on. If I decide I don't want it, you can just click on the red X next to it. You can also sort by date, and I believe that's just the date it was posted. And so I see everything here is now sheet metal related. And I can actually choose the ones I want. Now I have a MySolidWorks Professional account, which allows me to access 100 plus hours of lessons. So I can pretty much add whatever I want here. So I might want to add the one for the cutlass properties, maybe the lofted sheet metal and weldment. So you can just kind of add, so it's kind of like a shopping cart scenario where you would just click on the ones you want. And those are lessons. So I've basically added these lessons. And I don't know if you saw the pop-up, but once you click on add, you get the option to play it immediately. Or you can just go to my lessons up at the top and just see which ones you've selected. And you can start it right here just by going to the play button in the middle of the image. If you decide you don't want something where you've already viewed it and you don't need to see it on my lessons anymore, you can just click on the little trash can icon down here, and that removes that lesson. So let's go back to the main catalog. Now when I went back to the main catalog, it honored the filter I had already set, but I'm going to go ahead and clear it. Okay, so now we're back to the home screen. We're viewing the catalog, which is the full lesson list. And I didn't talk about this earlier, but there's also a banner at the top. It's kind of like your headliners or your latest lessons that have been posted. And I'm not sure if you can see on the YouTube screen, but there are a couple of dots here in the bottom right-hand corner. And so your browser will automatically tab through those a little bit at a time. You can also click on each one to see what each of these are. Okay, now I want to draw your attention to the right side of the screen, and this is called Learning Paths. So learning paths are basically a series of lessons that you would want to follow sequentially. So let's say you're interested in taking the sheet metal exam. You can go ahead and look at the learning path for the sheet metal exam and just add that entire learning path. Okay. Now you can go to learning paths up at the top, and these are your learning paths, and you can see it says 0 of 21 completed. So these are your learning paths, but these are actually broken down into my lessons. So these are all the lessons you would need to review to be prepared for that sheet metal exam. So that's what I really like about this, is that it makes it a lot easier for you to stay organized and stay focused on your goal. If your goal is to get a certification in a certain area, you have a learning path, and you can take your time going through the lessons as you like. Now, as a reminder, the certification exams, and the certification lessons are only for MySolidWorks Professional users. So you have to have a My Professional account. And as I've mentioned many times, until later this year, MySolidWorks Professional is at no cost. So contact your reseller so that you can get access to those tutorials to get prepped for those exams. You can learn more about certifications by going to this link in the top right hand corner, and that'll take you to the SolidWorks webpage describing the certification. So you can find out which certification, which classes or exams are ideal for you and your application. What would you be interested in? I encourage you to use some of these lessons because these are really short bursts of information, especially when you're interested in using a particular feature or particular tool or toolbar. That's what these lessons are really great for, is that you don't have to leave the office to learn that. And it's, like I said, a very short burst of information, and then you can mimic what you're learning on your machine as soon as you're done with the lesson. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover for the training segment of the MySolidWorks series. Okay, thanks for watching.